Today is 818 day that I'm Sherry Charleston. So I'm learning. I hope this will support your dreams, your goals, allow you to become the person that you want to become. Today I want to speak about personal freedom. Personal freedom. And what that means. Every single person has different definition of freedom, exactly like success. And freedom is success. So today we want to speak about really how to achieve freedom and what that freedom means. Because I truly believe that freedom is multiple areas of our life. You can have freedom in one area of life and you have slavery in another. One area of your life could be free to have full control of your life, and for some reason another area people choose to be controlled. So today I will share multiple areas. I will tell 10 areas of our lives that we really need to make sure that we take full control, and we're supposed to learn how to take full freedom in that area and how to achieve that freedom. The first one is self-reflection. Self-reflection is one of the parts that we need to be fully free to take self-reflect, and do not allow other people to reflect on you. Because a lot of times people think that they know you, but they will never know you. It might be that you are hiding something from other people, and because they're not able to know what you're hiding, they will never have full picture of you. So never allow other people dictate how you're supposed to feel about yourself. That's very, very powerful. Because a lot of times what happens is that people performing at their worst. People perform at their worst, and now people attach that picture, that identity of that person onto that person, and they start to believe that this is who they are. But that's not who they are. This is just the worst picture of them. And you know who you are. You know who you are. You are much, much, much more capable of than what you do now. So it means that if you start performing at least at the minimum level, or at least at average level, imagine how you perform at your highest level. It's a massive. So that means when you self-reflect, you're supposed to be free of other opinions, because other opinions a lot of times will direct you in a different location. Now, I understand that feedback is very important from people that have gone, but at the same time, self-reflection is about yourself, and you reflect exactly where you're at the moment. And you need to understand who you are and where you want to go to be totally free. Without self-reflection, it's almost impossible to be totally free. Number two is set clear goals. Set clear goals. And why is that important for freedom? Because a lot of times goals are set based on other people's opinions. Family, friends, other people. So that means goals are not set by freedom definition. Because other people controlled your decisions. Other people controlled your goals. So that means when we set goals, we need to say that, what do I want? What I want. What my personal freedom wants. And then you decide to call what kind of goals. Even though that you might upset a lot of people, maybe family, friends, other people, maybe your goals will upset other people, but we live very short life. We're not supposed to be afraid to upset anybody, because they will forget it in a week or 2 weeks anyway. Number three is financial independence. And that's the freedom. And I think that there's a lot of times when you ask people what freedom means, a lot of times they say, like, I just want to do what I want to do when I want to do it and with whom I want to do. And that is financial independence. And I would like to ask one question, because I love the saying that sometimes it's better to do what works, what allows you to make the most money with the shortest period of time, and then do what you love. Some people say, like, you just do what you love and you never work a day. But sometimes it's not available at that moment. So it's better to find an opportunity that we're able to work at least the least amount of time and make the most amount of money. And then, of course, what you're able to do with the leftover times, you have financial freedom or time freedom to do what you want, because there is a time freedom and money freedom, energy freedom. So that means that financial independence is again, like, a lot of times people don't want to do something that could allow them to make a little bit more money because afraid of judgment, afraid of rejection, or afraid of all the multiple things. So financial independence is kind of one of the things that we need to understand, that we want to work towards that freedom. Number four is continuous learning. And this is a beautiful thing, because when we continuously learn, we expand our perspective, we're able to understand, okay, what is that freedom? What that means, freedom? Because our definition of freedom changes, or our definition of success changes. Our definition of ourselves, of our identity changes when we consciously grow. So if you want to be financially free, time freedom, and everything, all the freedom comes a lot of times from continuous learning. That is one of the most important part about freedom, because you are free to improve. You are free to get better. You are free to change your identity if you do not like it. Number 5 is healthy boundaries. This is very, very important. A lot of times people do not achieve their freedoms because they are in bondage with other people, because they're not able to say no. This is very, very powerful to say no when necessary. Say no to your family, say again to your friends, to everybody who is not supporting your dreams, your goals, your freedom that you have. This is your freedom. I think a lot of times we forget how much time we have. We have a little time, and we're supposed to really take care of ourselves. But because when we take care of ourselves, we're able to take care of everybody else. And what we need to do, we need to have time, money, and energy. So when we're not supposed to really allow other people to take out those things that really reduce it. Now, of course, when you really support volunteering, those, even you give time, but you get energy and support. So like, healthy boundaries is very, very important for freedom. That's what I want to mention. Number 6 is mindfulness and presence. Mindfulness and presence. And a lot of times people are in a bondage with the past, a bondage in the future. That means that we're able to be mindful and present at the moment, and you are free. Because people have anxiety, huge anxiety, nervousness, and that is bondage. So if you want to have full-scale freedom and feel free, we need to learn let it go. We need to learn how to live presently and live mindfully. So we need to learn how to do it. Like, it means that what kind of practices allows you to become free, be present. It's very, very important to live a freedom life, presently and mindfully. Number 7 is emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence. And this is very, very important, because we need to understand that how to manage, understand our emotions and other people's emotions. Because if you constantly feeling emotions that doesn't serve you, you're not supposed to feel that you are free. Because those emotions are controlling your actions, decisions. Your emotions is control your actions and decisions. So you're not living your life that you want, because your emotions are controlled. So that means when you think about, okay, what do I want? What I really want? What a person who I'm free person to choose what I want to do, and what kind of actions I want to take. And after that, your emotions kick in. Oh, I don't feel it. Oh, I feel so bad. Like I don't deserve it. And like, those emotions are taking out the things that we want to do, taking out the freedom that we have. So we need to learn how to improve our emotional intelligence, understand our emotions, and pivot, change, and really make sure that we are living that freedom life. Number 8 is freedom of choice. Freedom of choice. So that means that this is your life. This is, I learned from my mom. Mom always used to say that this is your life. You make a decision. And this is, you said, the beautiful, beautiful question that my mom used to ask. I used to say that, oh, like, I need to choose this. I need to make the decision in this area of my life. And my mom always asked, like, whose life is it? And I said, this is my life. So who needs to make a decision? I need to make a decision. And I learned that, like, she asked so many questions that, like, it just for me, that right away, it gives, like, whose life is it? Whose life is it? It is my life. So I make that decision. I make that choice. I think a lot of times people go to other people not to get advice. Or sometimes they're looking for, really ask someone what they supposed to do. Because if someone gives you advice, you need to still reflect and say, like, how his advice aligns with me, with my personal values, my personal morals, my goals and aspirations, my vision. Because it's very, very important to really, like, that our decisions is aligning with our vision. Because that's why a lot of times people feel disappointed of their actions, because their actions never aligned with who they want to become and where they want to go. Now, of course, some people don't have that vision. They never sat down and reflected, okay, what is my vision? Because that requires a lot of time. Requires a lot of time. Like, it took me years and years and years when I was able to just touch a surface of what vision I want to pursue. And that's a little bit changed over time. But like, again, you are free to make your choices if you take that freedom. Number 9 is health and well-being. This is your freedom. And a lot of times people lose their freedom because they don't invest their time in health and well-being. That means we need to take care of it. We need to take care of our health. Because what are the most important resources? Time, money, and energy. And health is important to make sure that you have the energy. So you are free to exercise. You are free to make sure that you are eating well. You are free to take care of yourself and of your well-being as a mental and physical health. Because if you will not take care of that, you will lose the freedom of energy. You will lose the freedom of energy. So this is very important. So it means that you don't have a choice in that moment. You don't have a choice in health because it needs to be taken care of. And that means that you are able to choose to really take care of it. Because if you choose not to take care of it, you will lose the power and the energy and the freedom of energy. Number 10 is cultivate positive relationships. You have freedom to do that. You have totally freedom to cut people out of your life that are negative. You deserve better. You deserve people that really are positive. There is no one in life who deserves really destroying their life. Like, they do not deserve your time if they are negative. Now, I understand that sometimes you're not able to walk away, but what you're able to do is able to choose to reduce the time with them. You choose to reduce the time with them. And really, at the moment, you still need to go, because a lot of times people are hurting you because you didn't grow yet enough. So we need sometimes to walk away from people, grow a lot, and then when you come back, you understand that the things that they used to say, the things that you used to do, doesn't bother you anymore. Because you understand that a lot of things in life doesn't matter. Because the older I get, the less things becomes important. But those things that are important becomes even more important, like relationships. Relationship is one of the most important things, and we are free to choose what kind of relationships we will go into. And relationships are things that could make or break our lives. So this choice and freedom of choice, truly using that ticket of choice of what relationships we'll include in our lives is very, very important. And this is part of freedom, because if you have negative relations, that will take out your freedom. And the last one that I want you to mention is that we want to really simplify our life and live authentically. That means that we're able to declutter all the things that we do. We have freedom to do it, because a lot of times we do things for other people, and there's so many different things that we do. And when you look at our schedule, it's a million things on that schedule. And we have total freedom to take most things out of it, like 90% of our schedule, and say, like, what are the most essentials in my life? And what are the things that is authentically mine? Which things that I will do will allow to really pour into me, into my soul, into my well-being, into my health, into everything in between, that I could achieve the best version of me. Because when you really pursue that, you get respect. If you don't do that, you might be liked, but you'll never be respected. So I hope that you will reflect on what is freedom for you? What is freedom for me? And really start to executing on that freedom, because there is multiple areas of our lives that we need to learn how to execute on our freedoms. So I hope you choose win, and see you tomorrow.